Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Monday the 3rd of October 2022, Trinidad and Tobago. New taxes are coming our way. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? You tell me, Trinidad and Tobago. So here it is. I'm Saieed Ali. You have viewed Real Talk with Saieed Ali, live on Synergy Network. Remember viewers, we are also on social media platform, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Check us out. We are on YouTube. It's TT Real Talk. Hit the subscribe button. You will know when we go live. And we are also on the #1 famous trending app in Trinidad and Tobago, viewers, and around the world. So it's on TikTok, Saieed Ali Real Talk on TikTok. Remember that it's Saieed Ali Real Talk on TikTok. So viewers, remember to share our live stream as we start our program Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. on Synergy Network. Remember that. But I rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. daily on Synergy Network. You know, people that say there's nothing to watch after. But Synergy have a lot of things to look at. A lot of things to look at. But nevertheless, viewers, remember Real Talk with Saieed Ali is the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. For the last 3.5 years, we have been holding that position, and we give God thanks just for that. So remember, those of you who are looking for cash borrow, I'm a licensed money lender. If you want to get in touch with me, it's 339-1670, 238-6716, or 267-7325. Remember, you can also contact Real Talk Group of Companies South Office at 242-7690. So viewers, our business hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. Saturdays 8:30 a.m. till 12 noon. Remember that, viewers. You love to borrow, we love to lend. And remember, Real Talk Credit Union will be opening its doors hopefully on the first week in October. No, not October. We're in October. In November. By the first week in November, Real Talk Credit Union Information will be opening its doors to the members. So if you want to be a member of Real Talk Credit Union, not a problem. Now I'm going to tell you this. We're going to have the best interest rate in Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to have the highest paid out on any fixed deposit system in Trinidad and Tobago. Presently, Real Talk Group of Companies is paying 3.5%, and there is no one in Trinidad and Tobago in the financial department to give out that payment. No, 3.5% is per annum. At the end of 12 months, you're getting 3.5%. Where in Trinidad are you getting that? No commercial bank is giving you that. None. Go to your bank. You see, times are getting hard now. And everyone is looking for extra income. Extra income. That is what they are looking for. Where can you get that extra income? Only at Real Talk Group of Companies. Very soon, Real Talk Credit Union will be birthed. I have told you all from the beginning. Let me tell you something. When I step out to do something, bet your last 10 cents that it coming to pass. It coming to pass, and it coming to pass. So presently, our Real Talk Credit Union department is almost completed, and it will be open to the member. So if you want to be a member, all you have to do, 238-6716, 339-1670, 267-7325. Guys, now make a label with all the numbers and just show it up now. We're going to have that running while the show going on. So viewers, the numbers will be on screen shortly. Call this number and tell the operator or the person answer the phone that you want to be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union. Remember, we are opening It's not just for Muslims, you know. No, it is open to the public. Is a bank opening, you know? Is a bank, you know? The highest interest rate, the best per annum interest on your savings account. And let me tell you something, we open it for children accounts too. For children and all. So you know these folks and them, parents, you go to the bank, you can't open an account for your kid. Because they don't have an ID, they don't have a driver's permit, they don't have a passport. No! We're doing things different. I am here to change things in Trinidad and Tobago, and nobody's going to stop me. Absolutely nobody. One thing I just do is make sure I have all my paperwork in hand, then come to the general public with my offering. 3.5% over 3 years on a fixed deposit. Where are you getting that? Call a good night. Hello? Guess we lost that. So as we start up our program tonight, viewers, new tax amnesty. A tax amnesty will kick in on November 14, 2022 and run for 3 months. Minister of Finance Colin Member stated that because of the public health restrictions and adverse economy effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, now listen this, many small businesses suffered severe losses of income in 2020 and 2021 that they felt or feel they fell behind in their taxes. That's what Imbert say. They fell behind in their taxes. He added that although an amnesty was introduced in 2021, many businesses were still struggling to keep afloat and were unable to take advantage of the amnesty at that time. Therefore, an amnesty on penalties and interest on tax owed up to and including a year ending December 31st, 2021 will now run from November 14, 2022 to February 17, 2023. So they give us a few months grace. This measure will require amendments to various tax laws and is expected to raise $300 million to $500 million in 2023.
We recognize that because of the public health restrictions and adverse economic effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, many businesses, especially small businesses, suffered such severe loss of income in 2020 and 2021 that they fell behind in their taxes. Although we introduced an amnesty in 2021, many businesses were still struggling to keep afloat and were unable to take advantage of the amnesty at that time. Accordingly, I propose to introduce an amnesty on penalties and interest on taxes owed up to and including the year ended December 31st, 2021. The amnesty will run from November the 14th, 2022 to February the 17th, 2023. This measure will require amendments to the various tax laws and is expected to raise between $300 million to $500 million.
Now Trinidad and Tobago, we're getting a couple of months grace. So let's see, as businessmen, what's going to happen. Remember, when the government comes out with some form of break to the general public, there's always something behind it, you know. We have seen it happen. We have seen it happen. So they are expecting to raise between $300 to $500 million with this break. You know what thing I love about them boot? Everything is in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Everything is in the hundreds of millions of dollars. But yet, how much money did Trinidad and Tobago really received during the pandemic? Hundreds of millions of dollars were given to Trinidad and Tobago from other countries. And we got that in US, not TT dollars, you know, US. So if we got, let's just say 1 million US dollar, that is approximately 6.615, 620 to 1. Where did all that money go? And on top of that now, they went into the treasury and they took out $1 billion. Ooh! Where did all that money go? People were home. Where did all this money go? Now we get a tax break. So let's just see how much this tax break is going to generate according to Input and his figures. But nevertheless, we're moving on tonight. Here is Bacchanal. It's Mashup Monday. 2386716 is the phone line to call in. Viewers, feel free to call in. Drop your comments on Saieed Ali Real Talk on TikTok. Call in the phone. Let me hear what you have to say. Chairman of the National Carnival Commission, NCC, Winston Gypsy Peters, have stated that he and his team will make the money allocated to the commission this year bearing fruits. The 2023 budget draft estimated of expenditure gave the NCC a little over $146 million to run its operation for fiscal year, all of which Peter said will be invested into Carnival. $146 million going in Carnival. Listen carefully. $146 million going to jump up on the streets of Trinidad and Tobago, Carnival Monday and Carnival Tuesday come 2023. But in 2022, we are in September. They cannot find money, according to Rohan Sinanan, to give to the corporations in Trinidad and Tobago to patch the most important thing that we have on Trinidad and Tobago that our vehicle runs on is the road. Oh, let's say something. Oh, let's say something. I'm waiting for somebody to call in and say, Saieed, you're talking nonsense. I'm waiting for that person. Or let's call in and say something. $146 million will be allocated for 2023 Carnival for 2 days. $7.5 million went for independence. But Rohan Sinaran said, we don't have money to fix the road. We can't fix our cave land. Oh, let's say something now. Which money they are allocating? What type of money is being spent? Taxpayers' money. Come Trinidad and Tobago. Don't be like some fools. Just sit down behind your television watching. It's our taxpaying money that is going for Carnival. $146 million. It is our tax money that Camille Robinson Regis got for independence, 30-day celebration, $7.5 million. But we don't have tax money. Call him in, but cannot find tax money to fix the damn road that his Prado running on. Call her good night.
Good night, Saieed. Saieed, what is it going on in this country? What is it really happening? You have the Prime Minister saying not all milk is unflavored. What is it happening now? Is it when he talks about if the subsidy was completely removed from gas, they would have had a balanced budget. What about if you remove all those tax-free exemptions that the ministers enjoy, with amount to $2-point-something billion? We would have had a surplus budget. You have members of parliament, sir, coming and tell you to go back to coal pot days, to roast breadfruit on coal pot, to ride your bicycle and go to work. What kind of, what is it with these people? Now you're talking about $146 million. You know, there is something called return on investment. As an accountant, you would know that, sir. If you say you're investing $146 million in Carnival, Where is the return? What, sir, did they ever publish any accounts at all about the kind of return they get on Carnival? You know, this is what I don't understand. 12 million that they give for independence, or how much money is being spent left, right, and center. Are you telling people to make sacrifices, to cook on coal pot, and to ride bicycle? How foolish. You know what I can answer? How dense these PNM supporters are. How dense they could be. And why must us, the right-thinking people, suffer for this? Why must we suffer? I am making a clarion call tonight, sir. Let us do what needs to be done. Let us have an election and ensure these people get it. What we need is accountability, sir. You see, Ali never said what happened in Tobago. People got paid, contractors got paid for roads that didn't even start yet. This is the corruption. You know, one commentator said, sir, the PNM created corruption. They sustained corruption, and they perfected the art of corruption. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. So here it is. We're going for a commercial break, but listen this just before we go for that break. A taste of Carnival in 2022 also cost the government, the taxpaying citizen, the persons who contribute to tax, the man who sell the doubles, the man who work taxi, the man who plant garden, those who sell water on the highway. You know where our money went? $30 million was spent on Carnival 2022 in Trinidad and Tobago. So my friend, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to have a discussion. Rohan cannot go to finance minister to ask him for money to pave the road, but they have money to spend $30 million on Carnival 2022. We'll be right back after this break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carnival Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Realtalk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carnival Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Realtalk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carnival Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Realtalk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Realtalk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Realtalk Group of Companies Limited.
So welcome back to Real Talk, my friends. Remember, we are on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are on YouTube, TT Real Talk. Hit the subscribe button, you know when we go live. We are also on TikTok, the #1 social media platform throughout the world. Saieed Ali Real Talk. And search us and you will find us. Like and share on our platform. So now viewers, we have a call on the line. Caller, good night.
To you, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk, my friend.
This program is viewed widely internationally. And I would like to make a clarion call to all people who thinking about coming to Trinidad for Carnival. Don't waste your money. You're safer in Ukraine, believe it. And number two, Saieed, I know you as a man know people all over the place and whatnot. Where could get a donkey insured?
Where?
A donkey. Where could get it insured? Because I'm thinking about buying a cart and starting to use a donkey cart.
I understand, my friend. Thank you so much. Trinidad, let me tell you something. It's Mashup Monday tonight, you know. All I would love it. So here it is. Before I give all of this story, I give all of 10 seconds. Call your friends, call your family. If you're opening the fridge, close back the fridge and just come by the television or on your Facebook or on YouTube or on TikTok, and I want you to listen to this. Call your friends. We have a prime minister. Let me tell you something. I have no idea which man or who is give this man his information. Or is it because he is the prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago? They could come out on a platform and tell the citizens what they want to hear. But I am here to tell you tonight something about gas in Trinidad and Tobago and in Guyana. Remember in April month, it would have been somewhere around April, May month of 2022, Barbados dropped the gas price. Guyana dropped their gas price. The cabinet of Trinidad and Tobago took a decision to raise our gas price because of some war going on. My brothers and sisters, as the pastor would say, it's a pleasure to be here on this fine Sunday morning to give you a sermon. Well, I am here tonight on my platform to tell you this. The government of Guyana has slashed the cost of gasoline and diesel from the Guyana Oil Company Limited in a bid to bring further relief. What did I say? Relief to consumers across the country. All you hear what I'm saying? Are you all hearing me clearly? Let me just say this again. The government of Guyana has slashed the cost of gasoline and diesel from the Guyana Oil Company Limited in a bid to bring further relief to consumers across the country. What am I saying? What is Guyana saying, Trinidad and Tobago? All you tell me something. All you tell me something. In a statement, the finance minister said the price of gasoline will be reduced by 20% and the price of diesel will be slashed by 15%. These changes were expected to take effect as early as yesterday in Guyana. Trinidad and Tobago, come back to me, director. Watchman, man. All you feel, come back to me. All you feel, and I will say this again, all you feel the government of the day care about all you, they don't business about all you. In April last year, in April this year, Guyana reduced gas and diesel price. In April this year, Barbados reduced gas price. In April this year, this cabinet took a decision to raise the gasoline and the diesel and all the gas in Trinidad and Tobago because of some war going on. And because of that war in Russia and Ukraine, Guyana and Barbados dropped price. As of yesterday in Guyana, the price of gasoline was slashed by 20% and diesel slashed by 15%. So what the blinking hell, the finance minister or our prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago or the minister of energy now wants to come and tell Saieed and the nation that we's puppet and strings, we's dummy, we's dodo head, we are went to school. So 1.4 million people ain't went to school in Trinidad and Tobago for the last decade, let's just say 10 years. Oh, Saieed, you're bashing PNM. The people in Guyana are living better. They have cheaper gas price. What we paying? Say something now. Hey, watch man. Things get so sweet in Trinidad till they start selling cooking butter and blue band butter now in half. Well, last time I've been to the grocery. Things get so nice with we, the grocery and them, they're taking one butter and they're cutting it in two. If you can't buy the whole butter, you go buy half of the butter. Now let's talk now. I just want to say, Saieed, you know what you're saying, and you don't know what's going on. Really? I am top of my game in the news and in the finance sector in Trinidad and Tobago. Why? Because Real Talk with Saieed Ali have been in #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago for the last 3.5 years. So I'm on top of my game coming to news. Coming to finance in the country, I will tell you how it goes. All you want to say, Saieed ain't know nothing. Saieed, you need bragging about. Keep in mind, a delegate from Trinidad and Tobago went to Guyana to sell them an agriculture module. What the hell did this same delegate present to the farmers in Trinidad and Tobago? You know what they did under La Hunt Ministry? You know what they did? They wanted to charge farmers for using pond water. That they pay an excavator probably about 10, 15, 20,000 to dig a pond. They wanted to charge them for using the water. But all are saying, Saieed, don't bash them. Me bashing? I have nothing against the PNM. I have nothing against the UNC. As a matter of fact, I have nothing against no party. But what I have a problem with and what I have a matter with is the way they run the country. Because I pay tax money. I pay tax money. As of yesterday, in Guyana, gas prices are 20% and 15% cheaper. According to the finance minister, during the first half of 2022, global oil price surged more than 50%, increased from $77 US per barrel at the end of 2021 to US $120 in June 2022, having risen as high as 137 US per barrel, primarily as a result of the Russian invasion on Ukraine. The statement added that in order to mitigate the impact of rising global fuel price on domestic consumer and the productivity sector, to which fuel is a key input, the government lowered the excess tax rate on both gasoline and diesel from 10 to 0 in March of this year. Trinidad and Tobago, what is that telling you? All those economic people, while they're gone, all they take holiday, all have a damn right to do that. Because if a country like Guyana, if a country as Guyana could slash the fuel price, what the hell happened to we in Trinidad and Tobago? You tell me. What the hell happened to we? We dumb, we deaf, we dotish, we blind, we illiterate. Let's say something. We have a call. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed. Great program as usual, man. The world is listening to you, Mr. Saieed. For you are presenting the facts, you are presenting evidence here for the citizens and the world to see what is happening in this country. It's only bubble corruption thieving from this notorious bunch of pirates. Mr. Saieed, this fella they call Brian Manning. What Brian Manning should be doing is apologizing to this nation on behalf of his father for writing off $21 million for his partner, Lenny Sate in Southland Mall. What he should be doing is apologizing for all that money that the Sinanan family and now the son and grandson ripping off this country. That is what Brian Manning should be doing. Not telling the citizens of this country, though if you're using premium gasoline in your car, it's a luxury vehicle. Manning, you get back in your pampas and sit down. Go back in your crib. You should be apologizing to this nation for your father calling Petro Singh. You're out of place. You know what I'm telling you? Brian Manning, you're totally out of place. And if the citizens of this country and the world understand this budget and listen to these idiots. When you listen to Shamfa Kojo, I have great respect for this attorney man, Scotland, right? This Gonzal man. When you listen, Scotland, this Scotland man, you surprise me, Mr. Scotland. I have great respect for you. You're a reputable attorney. But after hearing this stupidness, all you're talking, all you make this world and this country more so believe that you all own PNM, own this country, and PNM own everybody. Look, 146 million or what you're going for Carnival. You can't fix the road. You can't improve the healthcare. People are suffering. All you're finding money for people to jump up. Not everybody that celebrate Carnival in this country. Not everybody is PNM supporters, and that's what they know, Mr. Saieed and this country. This is what their supporters like, a good fete, and that's it. They forget everything what PNM do them for the rest for the last 7 years, They will eat that balisé and they will survive, and a good fete, and that's it, man. Everything full. But we have to, in order for this country supporters or Trinidadian, sensible Trinidadian, in order for this country to move forward, we have to emancipate this country from this wicked, evil PNM, that feel they own everybody in this country, Mr. Said, you keep up the great work, man. God bless you on your program. You're doing a wonderful job. Greatest Real Talk, and great is you, Mr. Said, not the PNM. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. The sixth increase in the price of fuel in 7 years, announced by Finance Minister Colin Mimbud, has had a rippling effect throughout the country, impacting citizens' spending power and traveling habits. Hey, hear this now. I went and put premium in one of my BMW. Listen to this, I put $100 premium. And you know how much premium I got? Quarter tank. Quarter tank of premium in my 5 Series BMW. And that is all I got. I'm telling you. I feel it's a joke. So hear this now. It announced an increase in the price of super and premium gasoline by $1 and diesel by 50 cents a litre. Listen to this.
I turn now to fuel prices. Madam Speaker, as indicated previously, the government is of the view that it is unproductive to spend more than $2 billion per year subsidizing fuel, and that this money could be better spent elsewhere. I have listed the areas where the government is already committed to spending billions of dollars on social grants, education, health, and transportation, among many other areas. Spending billions of dollars subsidizing fuel when this money could be directed to creating jobs and assisting the poor and vulnerable makes no sense in our view. Accordingly, with oil prices still in the US $90 range, we are of the firm view that another increase in fuel prices is regrettably required. We have therefore decided to increase, as of today, the prices of premium and super gasoline and kerosene by $1 per litre and diesel by 50 cents a litre. The new prices will be premium gasoline $7.75 a litre, super gasoline $6.97 a litre, diesel $4.41 a litre, kerosene $4.50 a litre. The cost of LPG will remain fixed at $21 for a 20-pound cylinder of cooking gas for domestic customers.
We increase Guyana slash. In April, Colin Mimbud increased the price of fuel. In September, Colin Mimbud increased the price of fuel twice for 2022. In 2022, Guyana reduced its price on fuel twice. Twice. Barbados once in April. So what do you have to tell Saieed now? Come good, Come really, really good. Regulars reported an increase in commuters utilizing the bus service after the latest hike in fuel price just days ago. They have been rushing to take advantage of the low fares on the bus as taxi and maxis are exorbitant and out of their reach. However, some taxi associations are increasing their fares while transportation costs in various sectors, manufacturing, goods and service, and food and beverage industry have increased. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali recently came under fire after he appealed to the public to rethink how it consumes fuel after it announced a hike in fuel price. Listen this now. The PM states that when you travel, consider your fuel bill. And if you get in that traffic at a particular hour for no good reason, you simply burn up fuel. Listen to this playback.
A simple choice like choosing when you travel could save your fuel bill. If you get in that traffic at a particular hour for no good reason and crawl into Port of Spain from Sandy Grande, you would have burnt up fuel that if you had chosen to go at a different time, you wouldn't have had to burn up. But nobody thinks about the cost of fuel when they plan a trip in Trinidad and Tobago.
Their vehicles using water. I'm telling you, their vehicles use water. So we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to continue on the fuel price right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carnival Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carnival Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carnival Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carnival Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690, or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carnival Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Now Trinidad and Tobago. How all you like it? All you love it? Are we loving it? We have to be loving it now. Imagine that. Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago rushing for the bus service now because taxi fare is too high. Guyana, second time for 2022 they reduced price. Second time in Trinidad and Tobago we increased price. And you know what? The war still going on in Ukraine and Russia. Say something. He also suggested, PM also suggested that persons could reduce fuel costs by purchasing vehicles that use less fuel, not driving during peak traffic hours, carpooling, and taking public transport. Listen this.
So, I must tell you, I have not heard any conversation yet from anybody in this country about how we could begin to think about how we operate in an environment where the cost of fuel is increased. People are still buying the same cars without even thinking what the car's performance would be in terms of fuel consumption. People are not saying, well, maybe I could make 2 trips as against making 4. Or, in some instances, look around the world and see how other populations have dealt with it.
So that is where we are at. When Saieed says something on television, the public will blast Saieed. But when the reality comes to you all now, oh Saieed, you know you were talking about that. This is the reality. Call her good night.
This is the original imitation vaccine vegan.
Talk to me, my friend.
Carpooling.
Call her. So here it is. I save 5 years money for me to buy a car to make it easier for me to go to work. But the Prime Minister who taking and living off my tax money that I am contributing.
But if you carpool, most likely you will continue to spread the virus. We want to carpool. What are we carpooling for? Now the other thing, I buy a bike today and I put the bike in my back seat, so I ride it along with my bicycle. I've taken advice from one of the ministers, say use bike. The other thing too, remember it had 2 youths who escaped from Children's Authority and they roast them and they died. I wonder what Pol Pot they used to roast them by and who roast them. The other thing I want to talk about, the vaccine program now, I hope you listen. He was bad mountain, Barbados, and Jamaica for going to the IMF. He said, Trinidad, we are going to the IMF and we managing the country. I want to tell the vaccine regard, the true vaccine regard. Barbados went to the IMF, but you know what they did for our citizens when the vaccine regard lost our citizens? They show a human heart and they looked after them when we locked the gate on them. So tell the vaccine regard, before he engage the tongue, he must use the brain. I'll go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. So here in Trinidad and Tobago, travelers from Chaguanas to Montreal states that increase in persons taking the bus service is very good. So I spent 5 years to buy a car now to come and take the bus. On top of that, listen to what Keith Scotland had to say. On Friday, MP Keith Scotland also made reference to riding a bicycle to get to work so that persons can save fuel. So Mr. Keith, I have great respect for you, you know. I have great respect for you being a lawyer and whatnot. But let me tell you something, that is one foolish statement. You feel here is China? I live in San Fernando. How the hell am I to ride a blasted bicycle to go Port of Spain to work? I have great respect for you. But your comments, being an attorney in Trinidad and Tobago, it made you look very, very tiny. Very, very tiny. Just imagine an educated individual in Trinidad and Tobago made that statement. Take a bicycle and ride to work. I live in South. I work in Port of Spain. I had to ride a damn bike from South straight to Port of Spain. What am I leaving home? What am I reaching to work? And on top of that, the man educated, and I believe he's a lawyer. And that is the type of statement that individual came out and made. Well, let's talk now. Talk now. We need more like them to run Trinidad and Tobago. I'm telling you. We need more like them to run Trinidad and Tobago. And you know where we're going to end up? You know where we're going to end up? We might end up in the days before Bull Cat exists in Trinidad and Tobago. Listen to this video.
I have a suggestion for me. In order to lose weight, I will ride to court. I will take a bike. That will save fuel. That's my solution. I guess the answer on Twitter will be, well, I will knock you down on the foreshore. That will be the answer.
So Trinidad and Tobago, can any one of us get him riding a bike to and from work? Can we? Can somebody in his area videotape him? I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. Call her good night.
Yes, sir. Good night. Yes, sir. Time and time again, I just tell you and I tell the nation, the reason why politicians just say such stupid things, right, is because they just look down at the people, and it's how people in this country, a lot of them, uneducated side. That's why they just talk to the nation, in any way they feel they talk to the nation side, but what they don't understand is that south of the Carnival Bridge on this side, there are people down here who don't take them on with the foolishness now. But anyhow, let me get to the point I called for, right? I'll listen to Brian Manning's contribution, right? And I want to ask Brian Manning if one day in his life, if he ever went to a gas station and put gas in his vehicle, because apparently, growing up, he father looked like he do everything for him, and now he end up with parliamentary privilege, so he don't know what it is to spend his money to put gas in his car, right? Now I want to let them know, right, that people out there are driving Almera, 80 wagon, Corolla, all these vehicles that using premium gas, and you know why, side? Because the super gas is rubbish. What it's giving you right now in the market is rubbish. I will tell you why. I just drive a 80 wagon, right? And let me tell you something, side. That gas used to make my ignition in my car rattle. And my mechanic tells me stop using super, start using premium gas. When I start using premium gas side, everything stopped. Car walking smooth, everything. Now, what Brian Manning saying is total rubbish. You can't want to take off the subsidy from gas because you claiming that there's only luxury people using that. And another talk show host side bring that this morning and he educates people about the catalyst converter.
Yes.
And you can research it for yourself. A catalyst converter is what is transforming emissions in a vehicle. And that does need unleaded gas to use in them vehicles. And it's not so high-end vehicles. It's vehicles like TIDA and all them. So I want to let Brian Manning know, he coming and talking about taking off the subsidy from gas. And he coming and want to talk about raising the pension age now, 5 years further, right? But now you only need it because they have father name, understand that. So don't come around the people, poor people, with them foolish kind of talk and keep Scotland. That bicycle thing, boy, God, give you a chance now, boy. A man going looking for a cool pot, say I can't get one by side, everything sell out, you know. I can't get nothing on the market, boy. Anyway, you enjoy your life.
Thank you, my friend. So here is Trinidad and Tobago. Here is Bacchanal before we wrap up our show in about 5 minutes' time. Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez have stated that the people of this country are grateful that the PNM is in power and not the UNC, as the latter brings chaos and confusions. Here it is. He stated that he endorsed the 2023 budget, but Prasad Bisasa seems to have had nothing good to say about it. As usual, listen to this.
Madam Speaker, I have listened carefully to the contribution by the Honorable Leader of the Opposition. And I must say, Madam Speaker, that as I listen to her, it gives me good encouragement. It emboldens me, Madam Speaker, that the people of Trinidad and Tobago must be grateful for the People's National Movement. Because if we do not stand in the gap for the people of Trinidad and Tobago and offer good, stable, honest, decent government, then the alternative is chaos and confusion. Chaos and confusion.
Good, decent government. We have a minister that didn't even know about data. We had a minister that didn't even know about data. You talking about good governance? My 9-year-old son know about data. We have a big minister who don't even know about data. Good governance? Here, what is good governance? Guyana reduced the price of fuel twice for this year. We increased it twice for this year. How do you call that? Come, Scott. Come, Marvin. Say something about that. You all can't say nothing about that. The minister now should form a delegate. The energy sector in Trinidad and Tobago should form a delegate. Here what's going on. Don't go and sell them agriculture. Go and tell them you're paying them for advice on what strategy they use to reduce their gas bill and come back and introduce it to here in our country. For the citizens. So look at Guyana next 7 years. Marvin said the people of Trinidad and Tobago are grateful that the PNM is in power and not the UNC. Did the UNC raise gas price? Marvin, answer that question. I will tell you something. You as a minister, you have your rights. I, as Saieed, a talk show host and a businessman, have my rights to inform the people just as you. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Mr. Saieed, all them fellas who talking about coal pot and this and that or kind of thing, them have to say where Rowley saying because Rowley go fire them.
Correct.
Them have to do that. Them have to do that. And Mr. Saieed, one thing I want to tell you about the gas. In America, the gas price, then I buy gas by the gallon, not the liter. Only in Trinidad, they buy gas by liter. But them fellas making a mistake. All them fellas them would be talking and talking. The gas that they will be buying in America, in the whole market, they buy by the gallon, not liter. Right? And in America, gas is sells for $2.99 a gallon. And $5.99 a gallon in America. Some say they get for $2 something. Every day they got a different price in the pump up there. But down here they're buying gas by liter. So check how money they're robbing the people down here still. And people are checking on that. And all them talking about coal pot and this time and that time next. So Saieed, good night.
Let me tell you something. I just thank God on a daily basis that I don't have to come on television live and ask people if I had to run this program. I just thank God for that. You know why? I might have been off the air already if I had to depend on an ad to run this program. But I thank God for that. God made sure Moses was raised in a house full of riches so that he can sustain himself. God has made sure Saieed get work to sustain Real Talk with Saieed Ali. When Jesus walked the earth and his disciples, they paid tax. We are in Trinidad and Tobago citizens, and we paid tax. But our key thing tonight is, what strategy is the Guyanese or the Guyana energy minister is using, and why can't our energy minister use that here? Remember, I played a video clip of Stuarty, is either Stuart or the Prime Minister saying that they can supply the region with oil and gas. What strategy is the Guyanese using, and why we can't use it? Because they pay the same US for oil and gas. Their US and our US is no difference. No difference. So how could they reduce gas price and we can't? Say something, Trinidad and Tobago. Say something. Gonzalez stated, he told Pasal Bisesa that citizens of Trinidad have not forgotten what the country was like when the UNC was in power. Hey, Marvin, calm down. Marvin, you hear this? You ever hear about this song? It goes like, calm down from there. You ever hear this song that is being played on the airwaves in Trinidad and Tobago? Calm down from there. The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, both UNC, PNM, and whatever other party, they remembered water for all. They remembered school grants for children. They remembered road paving. They remembered hospital being upgraded. They remember school being upgraded. Viewers, 10 past? Listen to this.
Let me see. That when the PNM came into government in 2015, we came recognizing that there are serious challenges in this country, and oftentimes some serious decisions to make for the benefit of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Very, very serious decisions.
Well, I feel that bad. Listen to this video.
Honorable leader made absolutely no reference to the fact that Trinidad and Tobago face economic whirlwinds and headwinds. The leader of the opposition made no reference to the fact that we as a country had to battle a global pandemic. So when making comparison when the PNM came into government in 2015 to 2022, take into consideration that when the UNC formed the government in 2010 to 2015, the UNC did not have to manage difficult circumstances as we have managed. Despite difficult circumstances, Madam Speaker, this government spent over $5 billion through COVID relief for individual and businesses. $5 billion. Let us look at other social and humanitarian support that we provided, because the leader of the opposition spent 3 hours trying to paint this government as wicked and detached, but nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing could be further from the truth. A government faced with a global pandemic and difficult economic headwinds, protecting the less vulnerable people in the society, the most vulnerable groups in the society.
So viewers, will you hear this, man? The UNC didn't have to manage a pandemic. So I want to tell Marvin, twice this year, Guyana reduced fuel price. What did your administration do? Keep in mind, Guyana had COVID-19. They had a pandemic just like us. Around the world had a pandemic just like us. But the thing is, we increased gas price twice in 2022, while Guyana reduced it twice in 2022. Barbados reduced it once in 2022. And I'm sure that they are planning somewhere lower down this year to reduce it again. Marvin, what did your administration do? Guyana went through a pandemic and reduced fuel. We went through a pandemic and increased the fuel. Let me tell you something. What this present administration needs to do is to form an energy delegate, go to Guyana, but let me tell you something, don't embarrass me by going and selling them an agriculture module while the farmers catching a net in Trinidad and Tobago here. Don't embarrass us on an international level. Form a proper energy delegate and go Guyana. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, hey, watch for tonight was a really, really nice pack show. Very, very educating for you. But there's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30 on Synergy Network. Don't miss it. So viewers, I'm Saieed Ali. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Until we meet again, good night.